You know, Javier actually raises a very interesting question. Hey everybody, welcome to Ron's Computer Videos. Today we're going to talk about that question that everybody's favorite retro writer, Javier, brought up about the Byte Booster joystick adapter. It's a fair criticism of the video that I just posted, wherein I basically just played one game with the device just to verify that truly that yes, it as advertised, you can plug a Atari 2600 or a Super Nintendo style joystick into your Apple II and play some games. Well, that's fine if the games that you play are typically stuff like platformers, like Load Runner. But what about like a fun game like Choplifter or something along those lines? Like, what about those games that really require that fine sort of analog control? How do those play? So that's what we're going to try out. First things first, I've got the MEC computer analyzer up here with my favorite retro joystick, this Craft here. And as you can see, I've got it kind of dialed in to where right about 127 by 127. That's about where I can get it to stick. If I fiddle around with it, I can get 128, 128, whatever. But as I kind of scroll out here to the outside edges, it's not too bad. It tracks really, really well. I don't want to overdrive anything and bend the stick or anything like that. But and it'll return pretty close. It's at 129, 131. I'm sure if you kind of let it snap a couple times in different directions, you'll get it to where, see, it's like 129, 126. It zeroes as good as you could kind of expect from, a 30-year-old piece of hardware. So let's go ahead and let's do this exact same test with the Byte Booster, and let's see if we get different results. In the interest of safety and suspense, I went ahead and I powered down my 2GS, connected the Byte Booster, and connected a Atari 2600 controller. And again, this is one that has that aftermarket upgrade board inside of it, so that way you get the clicky tack switches instead of those old dome switches. Let's see what this one, just straight out of the box, what it comes up with. Okay, by default, we're off just a little bit. And again, that could just be this joystick. It says it's 117 by 117. So but as you can see, the switch is either on or off. There's no sort of middle ground. It's, it's either engaged or it's not engaged. So I can hop, boom, I'm in those four corners, baby. And it'll come back to a 117 by 117 every time. And because I've only got one button, when I press the button, it fires button 1 and 2. Which, on this controller, that might kind of be an issue for some games. But there you have it. And that's a very valid sort of concern with a device like this. Now, I don't think you're going to get any kind of different results with a 100% 40-year-old PCB inside this, because it's the same concept. It's either the switch is either on or it's off. There's no on-ish sort of thing. Let's try with the Super Nintendo controller. Our 2600 controller is disconnected, and now we have our Super Nintendo controller connected. And let's see. Oh, it's very much the same thing. The switch is either on or off. So again, a game where you're playing something like a platformer, where it's Mario is running in one direction, that's probably fine, because you need to just go in that direction. If you have an issue where you need a game that's got finer control, like a Choplifter, then yeah, this is probably going to be an issue. But we won't know that for sure until we actually play the game. So academic stuff out of the way, what's gameplay really like? We have the Byte Booster disconnected, and I have my Craft hooked back up. So let's go ahead and let's see what we can do in Choplifter. Alright, let's rescue some hostages on my first sortie. And thank you for the pro tip. As you can tell, I'm terrible at this game. Ah, I finally blew up a tank. I feel like such a success story. Alright, everybody, get on the chopper. Oh, probably ought to leave. Sorry, buddy, but... Oh, yep. Sorry. Listen, this guy is all over my butt here. Alright, so... Whoops. Hey, look, there's tons of these dudes here. These guys are all about being rescued. Alright, so now... Whoops. Turn around and go back the other direction. I can come down, save some more dudes. Oh, thank goodness I can't kill my own guys. Alright, so I would say not the best mission, but not the worst mission. So let's go ahead and let's get these guys back to base, and then let's go ahead and let's hook up one of the other joysticks and test it out. So we're back, and we've got the Byte Booster installed again with the Super Nintendo controller, since we need 2 buttons. So this is like our best option right now. Okay, since we saw previous or similar behavior in the previous sort of academic segment. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if we can get Choplifter going here. Choplifter, okay. Anytime now. Alright, so we're going to rescue these darn hostages. Okay? So, I am... yeah. I would say, yeah. I guess it depends. It's, if you don't have a problem with the game playing a little differently, well, hop on in, buddy. Come on, guys. Come on. You can do it. And again, thank goodness you can't just kill your own guy, so. But, oh. You son of a gun. I will avenge them. Alright. Alright, get in here, guys. Like, oh, what is their deal? Like, they can't handle it. Oh, and then I died. Okay, so, maybe this is not the ideal device for a game like this. So, because it feels very strange. I mean, but that could just be like a D-pad kind of thing. Like, if you see it surging, that's nothing I'm really trying to do. This may not just be the ideal sort of application for this. This specific game. Not that there isn't like a world of other stuff that's just as good. So let's think about this. So games that kind of are more reliant on this analog sort of setup probably are going to benefit from having like a classic joystick or one of those kind of modern recreations, which I'm going to test here in just a second, just for for comparison's sake. But yeah, that's really strange. All right, so let's try that modern replacement joystick. So I am back with the simple joystick for Apple II that Apple2.net puts out. Again, this was like in one of my very first sort of videos that you've got this this sort of like modern-y, gamey sort of thumbstick on here and a couple of tack switches for your A and B button. So Let's give this a try. Because I don't remember if I actually did try this. Okay. Now this does handle maybe kind of in the middle. You've really got to like kind of... It is very sensitive. But I killed the hell out of that tank pretty easy. Maybe I'm just getting better. I'm so glad somebody else is paying for the ammo here. Alright, come on over. Okay, well this guy knew what he was doing. This guy, this guy. This guy. Okay. Pick all these dudes up. I'm... Just to be fair, I think I'm getting better at this game. That's why everybody survived this time. Okay, let's make sure that we don't have any... Whoa! I think we got most of our duders here. Now this is still odd because it is a gamepad style, you know, controller, but at the same time, oops, it's that joystick or that kind of like analog stick sure makes all the difference. So let's go back into the MECC utility and just see what we see in there with this controller. Oh, that's a good time to do that too. Okay, here we are back in the academic world, and here's that simple joystick for Apple II. Let's do the controller inspector. Okay. This probably needs like a tiny bit of adjustment, so let's try that real fast. It's 128. That's nice. That's nice. All right, so let's go 128, 128. 128. Oh. Lordy Lou. That's a solid 127, 127. That's not too bad. So let's see what happens on this one. Well, very much as you would expect, it does some crazy things. If you look, there's kind of a dead zone there, which I don't know if this is a problem with my unit or if this is a design issue. Let's for the sake of fairness, let's try this again. Let's get these to where they're like at solid numbers. Like a 127 is pretty solid on this. 127, 127. That's pretty solid. Yeah, it's micro adjustments. What are you gonna do? Alright, so I got a pretty solid like 127, 127. It's flipping back and forth, but let's see. So I'm going to go up. I'm going to go down. Yeah, I've got like a dead zone, like right across there. Makes me wonder if it just... if there's just something with this design. Maybe there's something with my controller. Yeah, because I'm hard on over there. Let's see. I got a button 1 and 2. We'll see if we can just cause some mischief here. Let's go all the way 0 that, and 0 that. And let's see. Yeah, I still get that same hop across that corner there. So let's go the other direction. Let's go the other direction. Okay, well looky there. I can sweep across the whole thing. So maybe it's just a calibration issue there. Okay, so now that we have found the outside edge of things, let us dial back. to about 128. Now it's 130, but gosh, you gotta take what you can get. So, all right, we'll dial this on back to that same kind of neighborhood. 127, 127. Nothing to sneeze about. Okay, so let's see. Now, yeah, look at that. Total dead zone right through there. Crazy. So even if you look at that, how it hops up over there, I would be interested to try some other analog sticks, since this is just a standard part. Try maybe a nicer one off Adafruit or something like that and see if this makes any difference. But yeah, that dead zone is kind of disheartening there. Look at that. It's like, hey, it's 1922 and how's the stock market doing? Ah! All right. So this answers some questions for me, kind of about these devices and how you can maybe have some things that kind of like capture the feel of stuff, with, kind of maybe cutting like a few corners to kind of make those experiences. So I don't really know. Kind of disappointed, but I do still love my craft joystick that I got from Javier. This has really been a lot of fun to play with and all that type of stuff. I'm still going to play around with these other things because, again, these are still perfect for platform style games. They're still perfect for anything that you care to play them with, I guess. Maybe not as sort of like perfect as a traditional joystick, but not everybody has the luxury of these things. That's the whole point of that other video about investigating sort of other alternative options for folks. So anyway, we learned some things tonight. And I guess that's good. Any day you can learn something new is a good day. So something I've not asked anybody to do so far is to like, comment, subscribe. That seems to be what the YouTube folks do these days. But feedback is a gift. So I want to thank Javier again for kind of challenging me on what I said. And, if I make other little foibles in videos in the future, I mean, please comment, because it's the only way I learn is to test things, try things, and to just have fun with it. So anyway, everybody have a great night. Apple II forever.